The female nervous system has been trying to communicate something to us for years. The problem is we are listening through a world that rewards speed, pressure, independence, and constant productivity. So instead of listening to what our body or our nervous system has been saying, we have become experts at overriding it. Until one day the body stops negotiating. Over the years, I have noticed something in myself and also in the women that I connect with. I'm talking women who are not lacking discipline. In fact, I'm talking some of the most capable women I've ever met. These women have raised families. They have built careers. They have supported everyone around them. They keep showing up. They keep achieving. And yet in almost every conversation, there's always the same thing. Why am I so exhausted all the time? And I also feel completely disconnected. And I am not talking tired, the kind of tired that can be fixed with sleep. I am talking nervous system tired. And this gets me wondering, or it got me wondering, because it's everywhere, as I'm saying, even in myself. And it made me start to question, what if we are trying to regulate the female nervous system using rules that were never made for it? And the more I went into the science, the more I found out that it was only in the year 2000 that the female nervous system was now studied. I want us to think about this for just for a while. What if the opposite of overwhelm or burnout is not resilience? What if it's safety? Because at the end of the day, there's only one question that the nervous system concerns itself with, and that is, am I safe? Not, am I productive? Not, am I successful? Not, did I do my entire to-do list? Not, am I productive? Just, am I safe? And the answer to that question, it's not emotional. It's biological. It's also chemical, which brings me to two neurochemicals. One you probably hear of a lot, which is dopamine. And the other one, I think, is the silent reason why as women we feel the way we do. And that one is oxytocin. Most people think of dopamine as the feel-good chemical. It isn't. It is better understood as the chemical involved in motivation, learning, reward, as well as goal-directed behavior. It helps us pursue, achieve, solve, and move forward. Both men and women produce dopamine. We all need it. But as women, we heavily rely on oxytocin as well. They call it the love hormone, but I feel like there's just a tiny description of this chemical. Oxytocin is really connected with trust, with connection, bonding, and belonging. It creates an environment where the nervous system begins to shift out of survival mode. And this is something I have witnessed over and over again. Because healing does not start with us changing our schedules. It begins with us changing our relationship with safety. Sometimes that safety comes from another woman who is going to listen without trying to fix. Sometimes it comes from admitting that we are tired. Sometimes it comes from the most simplest thing, slowing down. Run yourself a bath, taking a walk without knowing the destination, reading a book in the middle of the afternoon without feeling guilty, doing absolutely nothing without feeling like you have to earn that first. Because sometimes safety comes through pure softness. And I don't think we speak about that nearly enough. Which was done primarily on men. And that's how most of us came to see stress only one way, which is fight or flight. But later, as research was done on women or females, there is also another way, which is tend and befriend, and that's often found in women. So instead of moving towards confrontation or escape, women have instinctively moved towards conversation, support, relationship. And that makes sense when you begin to understand the biology, because when your body genuinely feels safe with someone you can trust, the nervous system begins to shift out of survival mode. The breathing slows down, the muscles relax, and the nervous system begins receiving the signal that the danger has now passed. As women, let us allow our nervous system to recognize safety through pace, through beauty, through pleasure, through rest, and in those moments where life no longer feels like a race. Thank you for being here today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.